back to Blended and Brave. Again, I am Yolanda.
Hello, and I'm Troy.
And just wanted to just do a brief recap of what we discussed our previous video. Want to dive a little bit into dating
Yes, dating.
and just talking about just a little bit about how we dated while blending. So dating after divorce for me, I can say, if you don't mind if I go first.
Ladies first.
So, dating after the divorce for me was different. I really, how did my best friend say it? It was 90 days.
You don't want to go there, right?
Yeah, so if I dated someone, only dated them for 90 days.
No, they said that nobody never made it to 90 days.
Okay, so nobody never made it past 90 days.
That's what your friends told
Yes, because I was kind of leery on who I brought around the children. Didn't want them to get attached to anyone because we had just recently had recently been divorced, and that was kind of difficult. So let me see. While feeling guilty for dating and
Can I ask you something? Why
what?
feel guilty? Why did you feel guilty for dating? Because I'm sure somebody don't want to know that answer.
I mainly felt guilty because they weren't in the home with their dad anymore. And I felt guilty if I did start talking to somebody else and it became serious, that they would feel as if I was trying to replace their dad, but I wasn't trying to replace
But
their
that's
dad.
when it will come time to you to explain to them what's going on.
It's true. We know that now,
Yeah, but we didn't.
but not then,
Right.
So that makes a world of difference when at least let the children know that they had nothing to do with the divorce, had nothing to do with the separation, but at times,
It was just best for both parents to split.
right, and you can still be parents to the children, and you just don't have to be in the same home. So, any thoughts or words on that one?
Cut. Yeah, cut.
So one of the common questions a lot of the viewers sent in wanted to know when to date and when to wait. It's your choice, what you feel comfortable with. For myself, before Troy and I got together,
Call ourselves dating.
I waited. I waited for about a year. I spent some time with myself, what I wanted, the type of person I wanted, and started on my healing journey for myself. So this way, I wouldn't bring any past feelings, I guess, or baggage into the current relationship. But that's basically what I did. But to each his own of how you handle your transition from if you want to wait or if you want to date immediately after separating.
For myself, I wasn't going to date ever again. But, I say this little prayer. I said, the only person who can make me date and get married will be God.
That is true.
And that's what took place with me. Then I met my wife now, Yolanda.
Yeah, I
That
remember.
was about 3 years later.
I remember that. I remember me telling God you had to have certain specific things. And when we met that day at my aunt's house,
What?
when you said to me, "What's your 5-year plan?" I'm
Oh.
like, "All right, Lord." I mean, it was a lot of the things that we talked about were the things I had in a private prayer session with God.
Because if she didn't have a plan, it wouldn't have been with me. 'Cause it's just me. You gotta have a plan. Because I had one.
So yeah. That was definitely a key factor with that. Dating, while you and I dating while actively co-parenting, I can speak for me. I remember one time when I sent the kids with you to go drop them off to their dad
Oh,
with the
Lord.
dog.
Can I tell this one? After dating for it. But this particular Friday, he said, Troy, I kept my kids, but you could take the dog back home. Cause they was taking the dog with them every other weekend. He said, that's not my dog. I come back and I'm like, why is she here? I'm like, he said it ain't his dog.
So it was really funny, and the reason why it's funny is because the lack of communication. I never communicated with their dad to tell them, okay, do you still want the dog to come? I just assumed, okay, it would still be okay for the dog to come to his house since the kids were going. But since he sent the dog back, that was a clear indication he no longer wasn't taking the dog.
No, yeah.
So, you know, it's something to laugh at now, but before I was like, why do you want to take the dog? You know, but again, communication.
You gotta communicate.
Got to communicate. In regards to how much you let the children know, it was about a couple of months, like 6 months before you met the
Well,
boys.
I met I recall
The oldest
so
child.
I met her about
Mm-hmm.
2-3 months into it,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't see the other two until about 6-7 months.
Mm-hmm.
So she hid them from me very well.
Besides me doing some research on you.
That's fine.
Just wanted to know who was going to be around my kids. I, did some
Guess I
research.
passed the background test.
Yeah, you did. You passed the background test.
But you didn't tell me till like 2-3 years later that you ran a background check.
You need to know. Because if it was
I
something
that
that...
gonna kill somebody.
Exactly. So if you were, you wasn't going to see the kids. So,
I get it.
yeah. So, they were my priority, making sure that they were safe. I guess the one thing that... can definitely see what you will say as far as with listening to God and like you said earlier in regards to what person would have planned and you had already prayed. So
Yes, I prayed and you popped up and I had the question. All right, God, is this real? I did. And after a few years, it was real.
Yeah.
We decided to do it and here we are.
Yeah.
How many years later? I'll put you on the spot.
Cut. We can sit and talk about dating for a long time, but just want to close it out because it's been a great conversation.
Very great.
So just want to give you a brave blend of the week, tip of the week.
Healing doesn't mean you stop loving.
It means you learn how to love wisely. And if dating feels confusing or heavy, I hope this episode helped you in some sort. And if it did, if you have comments, please add a heart, like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll be back, right there.
Yeah.
So drop a chat, and thank you for joining us for Blending.
And being brave.
Have a great week.
See you next time.